So this year, the year of the snake, I want you guys to think about femininity as the snake, right? And think about how the snake, even like with Adam and Eve, right? You probably already heard this like a million times before about how the snake is evil and is dangerous and is, just demonized, right? And I feel like the same thing has been done with femininity. But it's either femininity where it's dangerous, right? Too liberated, too feral, too wild, too out there, too free, even, which says a lot about why don't they want you to be free. But or femininity is weak, subservient. Um, what's the word? Femininity is something that shouldn't be valued. So it's been deeply devalued, right? In our culture and just the world. And just how we live, right? And how we think of femininity, of women, but also femininity just as an energy, right? Not connected to being a woman specifically. But with that said, and it being the year of the snake, they're one and the same, right? They've been demonized to take away their power. They're the same idea, they're the same representation, right? The snake is like an embodiment of femininity. The sensuality too, like the all the good traits as well, like the caring, the salvation, the truth. Um, yeah, the unknown even too. Because I'm thinking about too. When you think of yin and yang and how I always forget like the white one and the black and the symbol of the yin and yang, like which one is supposed to mean masculine and femininity. At least I used to. So I remember one day I just Googled it because I was like, I'm that type of person. I'm a Gemini. I'm just gonna Google it. Um, and the yang, the white part, is actually the masculine part, which was surprising to me because I don't know why I thought because there's so much darkness in this world. I already assumed it would be like masculinity would be black, represent the color black, which just says a lot about fucking society's bias against and anti-blackness, right? But no, the white was the masculine, which I was like, huh, interesting. But it's kind of like I guess it makes sense because white can also represent like being devoid of like color. So it's almost like white is something as a color or as an energy is something that very logical, very like set apart from something, right? Um, very rigid too. Versus, and then I saw that the color black, the yin, was actually femininity. And the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. But not in a way that's like harmful to or devaluing femininity. It makes sense because femininity is something that is a lot about the unknown. And when you look at women, in past societies, so in school I used to study sociology and anthropology, which is like sociology is the study of societies, and then anthropology is the study of past societies and structures. So through that, it was like before women used to be the leaders in these more like egalitarian type of I'm not trying to use too many words that are like complicated. Let me calm the fuck down. But basically they used to be the leaders. They used to be trusted as that because they had this intuition and inner knowing to lead and to know like justice and fairness and care and also decisiveness without being too in that masculinity where it's more about violence and brutality and greed and pride. Just a lot of consumption without discernment, which I feel like femininity is more about discernment. And you kind of need that. You need that if you're going to be in that energy where it's in the darkness, the unknown. Going to the unknown to find something new, or find something sacred, or find something that's needed, that's true. And so with all that being said, I know I just rambled rambled for a minute. I was looking through I just had this inkling of like, okay, you have to read this, you have to read this, you have to read this, and it wouldn't shut up. So I'm like, okay, let me read this to y'all.